Remember that the quiz is open notes, so all of the notes that you take right now on this video, you'll be able to use on the quiz. So please take advantage of this video to really make sure you're not only getting a full review so you understand it, but also so you have really easy notes to use for the quiz. All right, so here we go. Lots of different words, they all mean something different, right? But remember, the mean is that it's also called the average, it's that middle number. What do? We add the numbers, and then we divide by the number of numbers. Okay, so for example, in this case, I'm gonna add up these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And once I add them up, I'm gonna divide by 7, okay? So when you put them in the calculator, just carefully, 15 plus 7 plus 9. And I'm like going slow enough that I'm looking at each number in the calculator and making sure, like, right, it's easy, like it's an easy mistake to make to just type 7 instead of 17 by mistake, and then you just won't realize, right? Okay, so I get 88 when I add them all up. And then I'm gonna divide by 7. And then I get my average is 12.6 is my mean. Okay, now how did I get that? In the calculator it says 12.57. Okay, but it's this, I'm rounding to the nearest tenth. I look at the number next to it. Okay, that tells me this is 5 or higher, so I round up and it becomes 12.6. And this is what I would type in the computer. Okay, now after the mean, this is when, for the rest of the time, we really just need to make sure that the numbers are in order. So the first thing we're gonna do after we calculate the mean, or you can even do it before the mean, but you have to put the numbers in order. Okay, so the way that I would do that is I would just look for the smallest number. Let's see, it's 7, and then I'm just gonna put a line through the 7 so I don't repeat it and I know that I get each one. Next is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 15, and 17. And notice I'm just gonna check, make sure there's a line through each one. You can even count, there's 7 numbers. I have 7 numbers, so really make sure you don't miss a number. If you miss a number, everything from here on out will be wrong, so careful. Okay, so put the numbers in order. Now the median is the middle number. The median is the middle number. So what I would do is I would just start on either end like this, the smallest number and the largest number. You can even do it with your pencil and just kind of move in one, move in one, move in one, move in one. Here's the median. Notice I'm circling it. Okay, so in this case, the median is 13. Okay, now there was 7 numbers here. There's an odd number of numbers. It's just the number in the middle. Now over here, I'll tell you there's only 6 numbers. So that's an even number. So what you do is the median is gonna end up being in between 2 numbers. And you'll take those 2 numbers and you'll add them and divide by 2. What you're doing is you're finding the mean of those middle numbers, and that's gonna get you the median over here. Okay, now mode is most common number. So in this case, I noticed that all the numbers appear once, but 15 appears twice, so the mode is 15. Sometimes there's no mode, sometimes there's more than one mode. In this case, there's just the one mode. The minimum is the smallest number. So again, once they're in order, like, your job is done, right? Like, this is the largest. So the key is to just make sure that you're neatly putting them in order at the start, and that makes this really easy. The range is the maximum minus the minimum. It's just what's the range of these numbers? How much do they span, like on a number line? How many units would be from the first to the last? And we can just do that by subtracting. In this case, right, the maximum minus the minimum, 17 minus 7, the range is 10. Okay, now, the first quartile. Basically what we're doing is the median, we're cutting this line of numbers in half. And then with the quartiles, we're cutting each of those halves in half. So what this is, it's basically the median of the bottom half. It's the middle of the bottom half. And then the third quartile is the median, the middle of the top half. So here, look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this bottom half. Now look, I'm not including the median. The bottom half is 7, 9, 12. Do I really need to recopy this? No, I could probably just do it up here and say, oh, what's my middle number here? Oh, it's 9. Same deal here. What's my middle number? It's 9. It's the middle of the bottom half. Okay, in this case, I didn't include the median. If the median is like in between 2 numbers, then you just the median is just a line down the middle, like let's say the median was here, right? This would still be the bottom half, this would still be the top half. Okay, the third quartile is the median of the top half. In this case, the top half is 15, 15, 17. I'm taking the middle number, it's 15. Okay, the interquartile range is the third quartile minus the first quartile. What's the distance between this first quartile and this third quartile? And notice if I actually like draw them, you can just see like, oh, they're evenly spaced. Like this is splitting the numbers into quarters. So what's this distance? I just subtract to find it. 15 minus 9. In this case, it would be 6. All right, your turn to go ahead and try it for the set of 6 numbers.